Happy Saturday, artsies! Welcome to my studio. I have several things I want to show you. First of all, it's a huge mess. I usually don't keep it like this. I'm kind of a tidy creative. We are going to talk about that painting later. Several people have asked me about it. Okay. So we have leftover of the quilt show, and I don't know what your creativity is like, but I wanted to show you, this was my finished piece. I had another creative over last night, and this is the star. This is woven. I guess there's other ways to get this look if you are a quilter. So I have some pottery to show you. Oh yes, the kiln started to get unpacked. This is my leftover strips from the quilt show. I could do another one. So let me show you what came out of the kiln and a couple of the things I got. First, let's go over what I got in the sisters. I bought, you can buy these fabric postcards that other artists make. This was made by Barb Jensen, Roster Hills, Michigan. People flew from all over. Isn't that cute? I just love anything that's feminine and about women, feministic methodology. Ooh, that reminds me. This is a flower. It's old-fashioned. Isn't that cool? Those are the ones that inspired me. So in here, this is places I often set inspiration. And things that's like some Italy stuff. So these were 2 cups. And the idea, this was a test run for me to see what this glaze would do and this purple would do. And I actually don't like necessarily the way that is, but I also think it's pretty amazing. And then this was a cup that was folded over. That's pretty fun. And it has a nice lip on the inside. You can drink out of it, but it reminds me of a Beckel. So this is some of the torn edges. So first let me start with, this one is a fun piece I made with my son, who is American Orthodox. And I get to go to their church on Sunday for a big picnic. And I'm loving what that has meant to him in his walk with God. We'll talk about that probably later. Okay, this is called Lagoon. These are the torn edge bowls. So this is about the size of a salad bowl, and it's free form. And this has a slight iridescent, and it breaks turquoise. Isn't that beautiful? So it has a thin hand. Those are stunning. And I made them in little sets. This one is a glaze that's turquoise. And I have more in the kiln, but this is what came out. And I left this raw. So it doesn't have to have a glaze on it. And so I thought this would look so beachy. These are just beautiful. It's called Seafoam, I think. And then, okay, this one was major. And this was a major thing. I will probably do a film about imperfections, but I at least wanted to show. It did crack. So this is my planter in like a steampunk style for a bonsai. This had a little crack. I knew this was going to crack. And then there's a handmade foot on the bottom. It sits perfectly level. It's an amazing weight. And it twisted, and the other side cracked too. And so, because it cracked in such a pleasing way, all the artists in the art studio are like, whoa, just leave it. You can repair it, but it will twist. The clay will twist in the second firing. And so what I'm hoping is that my bonsai tree, the little maple tree I'm going to plant, it would be a place its roots could come out. We'll see what happens. So there's that. These were some trial pieces. I'm going to try to connect with 2 artist friends of mine to make necklaces out of these. So I put holes in the side with some beads, some leather. I just thought they were fun to try. And then this is that purple again. These are my little bowlies. So I have loved having little bowls in my kitchen for salt, pepper, just cute little condiments. And I'm shocked how much I use mine. So here is a yarrow glaze. Very organic shaped and super fun. I made these for gifts for a couple people. This one is the Lagoon again. It is this brown, black, and then it will break here. This one is probably my favorite. Has this oyster quality. It was very true to type. And so, cute little bowlies. You could put your jewelry in it, by your nightstand, put it at your desk at work. Be like, what would you do with a tiny little bowl like that? Everything. But glazes, because it has to do with the chemistry of metal, this looks like embedded gems. I've not used this glaze before, and this is so dreamy. So when it pools in the bottom, it has like a silver geode. It breaks into this silver. Look at that. That's incredible. So those are the little bowl sets I have. I have more coming out of the kiln. These are my trial cups. So these cups I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 30. So there's still more that are coming out. The kiln wasn't totally unpacked. And they have sets. So these two are that same glaze. Have this these are hand built, not wheel thrown. This exact slightly off thing. They're very thin, which I love, and strong. Look like oyster. Those are perfect little teacups. The hand of them is beautiful. And you keep a gap here. Look, you can see just how, where's my maker's mark? Jacks. And these ones have inside carving. There's that same glaze that broke, and an outside umber. That was the yarrow. That is like the perfect little wine glass. These ones, dreamy. That's the seafoam again. And these have this real, much glassier. And so that's a set, that's a set. This one has some carving on the outside. And so this is the aesthetic I was going for. That it is uniform enough and pairs enough, but it is not so perfect you can't feel that it's handmade. And they all have delicious types of carving. This was me practicing the types of glazes. So this is a gray, blue, and then that is definitely the yarrow. I love it to look interesting when you pick it up. And this one had some carving in it too. That one's delicious. You can see the outside is the same. So that's a pair. This is a pair or a set of 4. And so some of these might be gifts. Some people might want to purchase them. How fun is that? So this little guy was a cup that got away from me, so it became a little planner. I put holes in it. All right, so that is what is in my studio today. This was the first part out. I have several things to film with you about art methodology, different pieces, and the narratives within it. So this one is definitely going to be one. And the rest of the piece is so solid. I would definitely make this design again. That design is amazing. And then I might start working on, I don't love to sew like I said, but look at these dreamy fabrics. I've got a little collection going on here. So that's what's up in my studio today, artsies. Some pottery work, the leftover of the fabric remnants, inspiring fabric, And I'm going to see what projects come up. My ashes painting after the ashes. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. And these are the cards. Then I'm going to make some card sets and do some little more collaging. Those are going to be fun to arrange and get together. I have some photography. And of course, I'm going to be filming everything. If you're doing any creative stuff today, I hope you have a great, great day from my studio. Bye.